Hello and welcome to another video of mine. Today we are gonna delve into the bizarre and yet fascinating world of gargoyles and also just in general the creatures that are symbol of the outer architecture of the Gothic style within Europe. And even though gargoyles or rather the drainage pipes being not being covered as they were seen as unseemly in those times. We're also gonna be looking at the creatures that are also decorating some of the places, the outer walls, and so on that that are part of the beautiful Gothic architecture. So, for example, in this is from the outside of the old town hall in Prague, and here we can see alongside the coats of arms of both, Bohemia and Prague itself. Here are some creatures falling down right here, and some more, extending their hand for seeking some help. And also here at the door there are also some that can be seen here, like this one out here. And yeah, then we also have, this is from Tallinn, and this is also from the old town hall. At the outside there are also in many occasions there are also these drainage pipes that can be seen more as actually drainage pipes because they're not covered in sandstone or whatnot. And many of them have like these dragon faces, like exactly this one here. And here's also, there's actually two of them that are these quite beautiful dragons that were also seen as symbol of evil and so on. As one of the intentions that is thought to be had with these gargoyles was to guard against evil spirits, because they could make it seem like they were all the evil spirits have already possessed this place. So, but there's also other meanings that are thought to be had with them, but unfortunately there's not so much information about them. But here at the museum, at the Vienna Museum, here you can see a gargoyle sticking out. Here you can really see it in detail. The creature, I actually don't really know what it is. And also there's one here. Another thing in regards to these gargoyles and such is that they were also related to the Christianization of Celtic, of the Celtic tribes in specific. And so some of them are actually are pretended to be portraits of the some of the Celtic pagan gods and so on. So maybe they could also get into there thinking that, oh yeah, perhaps it was related to that. I don't know. And here's from outside the St. Stephen's Church in Vienna. Here's also some people, some faces of the people, and some creatures sticking out. Like, of course, the lions, the symbol of power, and, yeah, royalty and such. And here's also this medieval thing right here. I don't know really what he's doing. And yeah, here's some more of that. And here can be seen. Unfortunately, the problem is that, they're quite above, so many times, it's quite hard to really see them that much, and also due to time passing, some of them have definitely suffered damages, like, of course, these ones, but they can't be seen, and they are appreciated. They're here, even though they've suffered from the times. So yeah. And here's some more of the gargoyles. These can be seen a bit more, like this dog knowing all of your secrets. And yeah, these other creatures like dogs and this monkey, I think they they're bizarre, but I really love them. They're just something to behold. Like here they are, this zoo band planning against you. And here's some more from the St. Stephen's Church. Like here above, there's also portraits of people, not just animals. In many occasions, there's also people, maybe doing like a sort of parody of them, of well, some of the like office people and so on, or like the common people. Who knows? And also, yeah, here's some more. I rather like the ones that are portrayals of animals, like these creatures being sustained by angels, I think. I don't really know. And yeah, here's even more because, of course, the outsides of the St. Stephen's Church is really impressive. It's really so. I just really like Gothic architecture. I think it's really my favorite style because it's just beautiful also with its arches and just details in general. But here's some more. Unfortunately, these have definitely suffered damages. But here's this spore. Also, that knows also your secrets. And this is from the Votiv Kirche, also in Vienna. This is a more modern one, I think from the 1800s. And it's also just that in the 1800s, people were fascinated by the times before them. And so the architecture of those times, many times, is, well, redoing the old architecture. Like, for example, here, doing the Gothic architecture, and of course, as the Gothic architecture needs, there's of course some more gargoyles here, like these ones up here, and also ones here, because again, the pipes were unseemly, and yeah, and these were made to disguise them and being of the evil, the bizarre and such, but you have to appreciate them. Like here's also some this beautiful creature right here. And yeah, so from more parts of the church here, you can see some more of these bizarre creatures. And here's also a chicken. Yeah, and here's also some people, of course, of the common people during the Middle Ages. And here's this bizarre thing, the symbol of the gargoyles, because of the film The Gargoyle of Notre Dame. And here's also another one. And yeah, here's also some more of from the Votiv Kirche. It's also really beautiful from the inside. It's also painted and such, really beautiful. But in this time we are looking at the creatures themselves from the outside, so we can appreciate them because not so many, well, less people than I would want get to really appreciate them much, because they don't really speak that much about them. But they're beautiful, they're lovely, they're bizarre. But we have to appreciate the bizarre, like these small ones here. And then this is from the San Matthias church in Budapest. There's not so many of the creatures here, but this is also a church from the 1800s. And this is rather more resembling of the Hungarian art style, so to say. That is quite unique, and that I like it because, well, yeah, uh, there's some quite bizarre peoples that came from the steppes of Asia, or rather, well, nowadays Russia, that came to Europe. And yeah, they had some unique stuff and also some Turkish influences. But here's some also some more creatures, like these small ones. And also here, I think they're panthers or lions that are gatekeeping this door of the sacred place, and well, doing the job, the respected job of draining the pipes. We have to respect them for that. They're doing a job. And yeah, here's some more. These are a bit hard to see, but here's also some more creatures here within this tower of the San Matthias Church. They're more simplified, so to say, as can be seen. And yeah, this is again, as people were beginning to really appreciate the art and architecture, especially from the Middle Ages, and really began to romanticize it. They also began constructing in the same style that the people within this era constructed in, and that's why they still, from the 1800s, some churches still, and also town halls and such, have this style. But it's really beautiful. And yeah, here's some more, even though I can't really see some. But yeah, here's also the modern child and so on. And yeah, there's of course, I mean, this raven with the ring is also quite symbolic of Hungary, because I've definitely seen it in relation to Hungary, and it's just really beautiful. And here are some more of that church. But here can be seen that they have done a bad job at covering all of these drainage pipes. Very bad, because here can be seen some naked. But I guess we can give it a pass, can't we? And yeah. Then we also have this door. I can't really see some, but I can see some creatures right here. Some dragons, of course, that are gatekeeping this door of the National Archive of Hungary. So they're gatekeeping it. And also here's some owls of knowledge right there, so you can see that this place is of knowledge. And here's of the parliament and of Hungary and Budapest. Here's also some coats of arms of different provinces that either are or once were part of Hungary. And also here's the Szekere flag. And here's also again some more simplified gargoyles, so more simplified creatures, because I guess the Celts really didn't come to here. So there unfortunately aren't some authentic ones from the Middle Ages, unfortunately. But yeah. And this is from Wrocław in Poland. Here's also some creatures. Yeah, just being here at being in disguise, sort of. They're not that visible, but here's some lions doing whatever here. And yeah, here's from another church in Wrocław, and here you can definitely see some nice creatures. Here's a little demon, I think. I actually don't really know. And here's an animal. I don't really know exactly what it is, but it's beautiful. And here's also some more keeping up this church. They're doing their job. And here's also some more of these rather drainage pipes that rather resemble dragons, but are still, you can still see the drainage pipe in them. But here's some more of these that rather resemble dragons. But here's also some more traditional ones, even though they can't be seen that well here. But they're still there. And yeah, then there's also this whole part of the saints and the Jesuses and whatnot. Important stuff. Yeah, here of the heroes, of the religious figures and all of that. because of course they had to be celebrated within and outside of the churches, like here and here. And here's some, well, this rather looks like a manuscript, but of course this is some more stuff from the Bible and so on, and that can be seen here. And I actually don't really know what exactly is happening here, but here's also some really nice medieval weird stuff that we have to come to appreciate, even though we don't really know what's exactly going on there, but that's kind of part of the charm, I I assume. And again, here's some more of these drainage dragon pipes. Like here it even has eyes and such. So it's a good dragon. And here's a good dog, a good boy that is sticking around here, guarding this place, being a good boy. And he's out here being a real one, staking out for the church, protecting it like a good one does. And yeah, here's more of the dragon creature. And here's also some more of these gargoyles from here and the dragons above. Then here's from the, well, old town hall in Wrocław. And of course outside there's there's a bunch of these creatures just sticking out and doing stuff and hunting each other and whatnot, and we have to appreciate them. They're lovely. Like here's some dragons and such, and here's also a face and some more dragons being the devils and whatnot, doing their stuff. You have to think. And here's also some battle stuff going on. Some rather weird stuff going on right here. Yeah, that's part of the charm. Don't think about it, it's just part of the charm. But here's again some more of the saints and whatnot. And we'll come to all of this that's going on here. But here's some more of these dragon pipes that are beautiful. Well, they're cool. They're definitely cool. And then as for, well, what's going on in these sandstone sculptures, there's a lot going on. Like here you have the medieval peasants either playing music or being drunk, and the angels are sustaining this structure, along with the knights that are also protecting this place. Then we have, well, some the coats of arms of Wrocław being guarded by, well, knights and whatnot. And here are some creatures with the coats of arms of Poland. They're cool. The creatures, they're lovely. And yeah, also Jesus, of fucking course. And then we also have, well, different scenes going on, like birds battling each other. Here we have some peasants or pastors or whatnot going on their daily trips. And here we also have, well, people going around from the Middle Ages, and here we have some battle scenes, hunting scenes. Yeah, because we've always been fucking violent. That's always been part of human history, unfortunately. And yeah, more of the pipe here. Then we also have medieval peasants. These medieval peasants with the man and woman not getting along with each other. At least the woman seems to really want to get into a discussion with her, again, drunk husband. And here we have some dogs, probably with rabies, fighting each other. I like the eyes. And here we also have some hobbits, I don't know, doing weird stuff. But above here we also have this, this going on here, a brawl, I guess. And again, the angels are sustaining this structure that is to be remembered. Then we have more of that. We have some more medieval knights, some medieval representatives. And here we have some animals, or, well, so fantastical creatures hunting each other, doing whatnot. And but it's cool to just really look at these details and really see what's actually going on here. There's not just this thing, but it's also like all of these details of the, well, battle scenes or animal scenes in general, like here also hunting. And, well, yeah, here's rather hunting, as can be seen here, and other stuff of medieval daily life. And here you also see a griffin sustaining the coat of arms of Poland. The lovely creatures have to do their duties, as has to be remembered. And here's some more of that. Then also this structure, this time it's only, well, no, two angels sustaining this, but they're rather also sustaining the fact that, yeah, this is a Christian place. Please remember that. And you also have the more conventional creature gargoyle sticking out here, sticking out for the real ones, and also the dragon pipes here. But here's also another gargoyle here, this one that is sitting down here ominously, and it's just staring at your soul. But I love him. I love this one. Yeah, it's a lovely creature. Then what else do we have? Then, yeah, this is also the clock from the old town hall in Wrocław. And here's the creature. Here's another creature also sticking out for the pipes. This one right here, but it can't be seen that well compared to the other one. But it's still there. We have to remember that. And yeah, here's some more of these hunting scenes. I think, yeah, of animals beating each other to a pulp. And then there's also this weird thing with a dragon, of course, and this strange man. Then we have the, well, again from the old town hall in Prague, the astrological clock, of course. And there's, of course, a bunch of creatures here, a bunch of figures as well. Here we have of the seasons, the astrological, the horoscope, and here's what I presume of saints and so on. But here we also have some people's looking out, guarding it, and we also have here a bird and tree branches also sticking out, and yeah, fruits and so on to make this place livelier. And I wish they really did this more nowadays with architecture, but unfortunately it's all about the money and such. But at least we can appreciate the lovely architecture of old. Like here's also some rats, some creatures doing their stuff here, and also death itself right here. Then this is from the castle district, or rather where the Prague castle is, where there's also, yeah, this is a Starbucks, and within the place itself there's also some gargoyles, but rather this dragon-esque gargoyle sticking out, being there. But as for the cathedral, the St. Vitus Cathedral in Prague, there's a lot of them that can be seen here, but they're rather dark, but at least they're doing fine. But they can't be seen just because they can't be seen that well because they're just so above. But we can at least see this ominous bat thingy, or rather, maybe some of them do have to do with Celtic pagan mythology, as said before, because they were rather related to the conversion to Christianity of the Celtic tribes, rather specifically, as I've read. But yeah, here's some more of these bizarre lovely creatures. And also here's a face. And here's another person, just a woman, doing bizarre gestures. That's also quite typical of these gargoyle styles. That yeah, there's also some people doing some, well, rather bizarre, especially for those times, gestures and so on. That's also quite typical. Like this man losing it all. And yeah, because people were also fascinated by, well, the human body itself, and also just making, well, bizarre gestures out of people, I suppose, to make, well, I guess also rather parodies of other people, or who knows? It's quite hard to tell. But here's a bishop, I think, and yeah, and also some lovely faces here. Gothic architecture is just so nice. Like when they're done in this way with all the arches and such, I love it. It's so beautiful, and it can really be my favorite style, as I said before. But again, here you have the man losing it all to the winner, and here I think this is actually, it may be a, I don't know the name, sorry, but I think this is rather related to Celtic mythology. I don't really know what the name of the creature is, but here you also have some more, and they're all black. And this may be due to especially the contamination, or rather the steam and coal from especially the 1800s and such, that they were so contaminant that they've, even 200 years after, they're still sticking to the walls and such, making them permanently like black. Also, yeah, due to the coal. And here you also have a lion, but also a bird. And then we have some more views of the creatures of the Prague Vidus Cathedral. Like here we have these monks. Yeah, the monks doing expelling the waters, being there, like here, alongside also a goat and this thing. I do rather prefer the ones of animals, but I mean also the portrayals of especially people from those times are also definitely interesting. It was also in order to make some, I think also to make some critique of these specific types of people, especially of the monks and so on. Because yeah, I mean art, especially in those times, was also social critique in many cases, and yeah, it can be reflected here. And here you also have a weird face sticking out. And here you have the evil dragon alongside the bizarre faces. The black ass dragon sticking out here in order to make this place be seen from the evil spirits' perspective as being possessed, so they don't enter the sacred place. Or who knows? It might be that, but it's not entirely sure. But yeah, here you have an evil dragon just being there, a weird creature. And here you have some more dragons and so on. More portrayals of the medieval people. Also here of a lute player, and yeah, also a singer. I don't really know, but I like this one. Look at the feet. And yeah, also this thing. They're just incredible to look at, and I'm making this video so we can appreciate them more, and I hope that can be done. We have to appreciate the creatures more because they barely get spoken about. And also here within the arches we have some more things going on. It's just really fun to look at these and actually see what's actually going on, like seeing the different creatures and such. Like it's not only plants and these things, but there's also like a lizard and a fish and a frog and a snail going about here. And here you also have another drama face and some insects right here, and a squirrel and a bird. Lovely doors. And here are some more of the St. Vitus Cathedral, lovely, and some more of that. And there's some really weird ones. And here's at the entrance of the St. Vitus Cathedral, where you have the most represented animals within these sorts of coat of arms and different, especially like high status places. Definitely the lion and the eagle, as they're keeping the place, as this is a place of power, where probably the kings were coronated and whatnot. And here you also have some Jesus, of course, the crucifixion of Jesus, his most painful moment, but that has to be everywhere. And here you have different coats of arms of, I suppose, the different provinces or, I don't know, regions of the previous kingdom of Bohemia. And here's some more. And here's also this sort of arches thing. I just really love Gothic architecture. It's just so fun to look at because there's so many details with it, and also the arches are just so beautiful. It's just so entertaining to just look at all the details with them, and I hope we can get to appreciate that more here, at least with this. And of course here we also have some more portrayals of the people from the Middle Ages, like I suppose the monks and whatnot. And of course here we have some more dragons and so on. These are lovely. They're lovely creatures, even though they're supposed to maybe be evil. I don't really know. But here we also have a whale. The whales were rather portrayed as this. It's like a big fish in times before, because not many people actually got to see them before the 1800s, especially there. Here we have some more people, like especially vomiting out. That's definitely a prevalent theme. The drainage at you. And here's at the old town hall, well, no, rather the new town hall in Munich. The old town hall is actually like a toy museum nowadays, but this is the new town hall. It is from the 1800s, and again, as said before about the 1800s, people were really fascinated about the Middle Ages, about this idea of knightdom and the knights, and oh yeah, they were almighty and they were so loyal and whatnot. And people were also definitely fascinated about the architecture from those times, especially the Gothic architecture from those times, and we're really replicating it, as can be seen now. And it's also due to, them just rather doing the old architecture again and again in those times. It also sparked afterwards the Art Nouveau movement, which, as said in the name in French, is called New Art, because it was about being new and innovative instead of just rehashing the old. But I still just really appreciate when they rehashed the old Gothic architecture, especially in these beautiful town halls in Germany. There's a lot of just really beautiful old town halls in Germany. Here's of course the almighty lion. Here's this dragon creature just sticking out here, and here's some definitely frightened looked creatures, like this one. Like, I don't know what exactly is this one. This is a man and an animal stick together, and here's just a snail. Like, snails were just really prevalent during the Middle Ages. Here's a dog and a cat that has hunted up down a bird, and I do really like their expression. Like, they definitely look frightened and also just quite starved. It's just weird, but I appreciate the weirdness. Like, also here we have again a man and an animal combined right here. Weird, but it's appreciated. It's lovely. Like, also here we have a jester. Here it can be seen more in detail, especially here the jester that has shut out, or I don't know. Here's from the entrance of the new town hall. And of course, here's also within the arches some more animals, some more creatures. Here's the pelican, a symbol of sacrifice, because it was thought that the mother, in case the well, its kids will starve. She will offer out her own meat, her own blood to her, well, to her birdlings. But I don't know if that's true. But it was thought, and that's why the pelican is a symbol of, well, sacrifice, and it's really used in religious contexts. And of course, here you have the lion. Of course, it has to be everywhere. And this is from the patio of the new town hall. Here's some good dogs guarding the, well, the basement of the, yeah, of the new town hall. Some good boys right here just protecting the place. And also here's some people from those times. Here's, well, an oppressive tower. Yeah, really made in the style again of, well, the Gothic times, with of course the very, very important gargoyles here of the portrayals of the people. Mostly, yeah, and also here we have the devil himself. We also have the devil himself right here sticking out, but mostly is, well, of the people from those times. And above here we have an animal, so dogs, a taurus, and also the, well, some birds being out here, like a well, a pigeon and such, like the pigeon of Christ, or rather of God. And yeah, here's entering the new town hall. Within the arches, there's a bunch of these sort of weird creatures, like this one right here, but it has to be appreciated. Like here, we also have another frightened creature, and yeah, also a cat fight happening here. I actually don't really know why exactly they were portrayed as being so frightened. It's weird. It's just really weird, but it's also endearing in a sort of way. It's just also quite endearing. I don't really know exactly why, but I mean, I like it. I like it definitely. And here's also an evil dragon sticking out right here alongside the peoples and some more gargoyles. And here's some, well, scenes of the of festivities and other stuff within Munich. And here's the evil dragon trying to maybe interrupt this, and well, it's there. I like it, but it's trying to interrupt that. And here we also have the well, a lady being persuaded from a devil right here, or rather maybe it's a jester. I don't really know, but here's some festivities going on. Just really cool to just really take a look at all these details. Like here it can be seen a bit more. Here's the dragon terrorizing the people right here, and the people running away from this evil creature that is going to blockade everything. And yeah, it's just full of them that can be seen here. More portrayals of the people. Yeah, also of monks with their scripts, and some knights, of course, because much of this Victorian well, adoration of the Middle Ages was about this idea of knights and all of that, of their knighthoods that we have lost nowadays. How dare they? Yeah, and again, here's this weird ass creature. Well, this is now from the inside of the new town hall in Munich. Here's within a room. I just really like how it's just made entirely of wood. I just really like these wooden structures. They're so beautiful. But here we also have some more creatures being carved into the wood here, as can be seen, like right here. And then there's also some dragons sticking out. This time it isn't really for the drainage, but it's just to make them be there. That's lovely. That's really lovely. And here we have some of these, well, heating system of the new town hall. Again, we definitely have some more of these arches, with a lot of this well, scenes happening, like this creature coming in, and well, it may be a bit satanic. I don't really know. Maybe this is a demon. I'm actually not sure, but it kind of seems so because this also seems like a devil. So yeah, this is some devilish shit happening right here. Very bad, I guess. And yeah, here's from well, the upper part of the new town hall. Here's also a fox or a cat right here from the staircase from before, but here you can see a bit more the creatures from right here. And again, here's some, well, owls and pigeons and different types of birds also being right above with the heavens and with the creatures, because they, well, the idea of beauty within this time frame within the Gothic times were a combination of both the beautiful and also the ugly, and so it is quite a really interesting mishmash that doesn't really happen within other periods of times, because afterwards, like in the Renaissance and especially Baroque, I just feel it is a bit quite sanitized, so to say. There's not this grotesque thing anymore, and I just prefer this. I just prefer this combo of both the beautiful and the ugly at the same time. And yeah, again, here's the creatures sticking out. And again, here's some more parts of the heating system with some more starved ass creatures. Like here you have, this is not a griffin, but it is a creature nonetheless. Here's another cat, a little miss. And yeah, here's a well, a player, an instrument player from these times. And again, some more parts of the heating system with some hunting scene happening here. I'm not sure. It's, well, here's a person, but here's some creatures just living their lives, and here's a good dog, and maybe this is also a dog, but yeah, they're good. They're good ones. Then this is from, well, a very known place known for its gargoyles, and it is the Cathedral of Milan. It is very known for its gargoyles, and you can actually also get to really see them from above, and it's really worth it going above from the towers and such, because it isn't just about the views, but you can also get to see the gargoyles, the creatures, a bit more in detail, and it's lovely. Again, just really lovely structure. They're doing some well-deserved renovation from parts of the cathedral, so a bunch of it can't be seen that well, unfortunately. But we have some creatures here, some dragons sticking out, and of course we also have the saints being there as always. And here we have a lovely dragon. That is also very, very, yeah. The dragon is definitely also a very, very used figure within these gargoyles, as you've seen right in the video, because they were symbols of evil, as always. Like, there's a lot of these legends of dragons, gatekeeping a certain place until a hero arrives and kills the dragon. Like, especially, and a Christian legend, I don't really know it. St. George's legend, of course, with the dragon and such, and they were always symbols of evil and such. So yeah, they were made to be seen as if this place was already conquered by the evil, I suppose, by the evil spirits. I'm not sure, but I think so. But here you have the lovely dragon. Then a bit more, again, as said before, they were under renovation. But yeah, you can see a bit more. This one right here isn't done that well. Yeah, it has a long ass neck, but what can we do about that? And yeah, some more of the creatures. Some more like this dog, dragon one. Some weird ones. being real ones, and also here of the saints also being above the towers and such. But yeah, most of them are dragons, at least from the Cathedral of Milan, as can be seen here. Like, here's some more dragons, and here you have a knight, or I don't know if it may be a pilgrim, I'm not sure. Yeah, some more dragons, a lot of dragons. But I love the dragons, especially like the variety they're portrayed as, because they're a lot of occasions they're portrayed in many different ways. Like, and many people had a bit different vision about how exactly these dragons look like. So it has been quite varied, and I love that, how varied they can be. Like these ones, like this is slimmer. This one is a bit more crocodile-esque, and yeah, this is more lizard-esque. So there's a lot of these, and these portrayals of dragons. Like here, you also have some more alongside with, with the saints sustaining them in this occasion. That's actually quite interesting. Like here, they're sustaining the evil dragons because they still have a duty. They still have to serve, to drain the pipes so they don't harm the building further. And well, I mean, there may be a reason as for why these places, these astonishing places, have been standing here still for such a long time. And we do have to appreciate that a lot because it's just stunning. And yeah, most of them are dragons. And here's also some of the saints. And this one is looking out. This creature. This isn't a dragon, but here you have some weird ass ones, like this one right here. This is a man sustaining a weird ass creature that has a really weird mouth, so to say the least. Like also here with this one with a weird face. Yeah, the strange and bizarre world of the grotesque and gargoyles, of course. I might also do another video about specifically grotesques that are within the walls and such, but you can tell me if that's something you want. But I'll keep going further about this. Then here's also, some more people sustaining the creatures, like here with a wolf, I think it is. I'm not sure. But yeah, here's some knight, or who knows, right here. And yeah, here you have more of the dragon, of the evil creatures. Then I also went above the towers, and yeah, as said before, when you go above, you can really get to see a bunch of these creatures really in detail. Like this weird dolphin, goose, I don't know what it is exactly. It may be a dolphin, it might be a whale, I'm not sure. It's weird, but endearing in its own way. Then, what more do we have? Some more of these gargoyles, like they can really be seen from here. Also here with a woman sustaining. A creature. A lovely creature. Here's also this chicken dragon thingy that can't be seen here. Right here. That is also screaming in horror. They just made them with some really weird ass expressions, like of these terrified creatures. Like most of them are a lot of them are just seemingly very terrified of who knows exactly what, but it might be of the evil spirits. But who exactly knows what they might have been, what they've seen, what you can't see. But here you can also see the ones from before and the ones from outside, right here, the ones sticking out. And yeah, a lot of them are again dragons, but there's also some other creatures, like these ones right here, these dwarves, and I don't know exactly what, but yeah, here you can see them a bit more. These these. Here's also like a bird, a falcon. I don't really know. And yeah, again, the portrayals of the dragons are just so varied, and it's just so interesting to really see how exactly they were portrayed as. And yeah, that seems to be it for this time around. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I might do a part two if, well, if it's asked about. If you liked it, well, like it and maybe subscribe. And if you want to, you can also donate to my coffee and all of that. And yeah, I hope to see you in the next occasion. And well, have a good one. Bye.